Hello, welcome to the resizing lab. Are you my 4 o'clock appointment? Oh, good. Thank you for being on time. And thank you especially for being a volunteer for this project. We need a lot of volunteers to help us test our resizing equipment. It's all perfectly safe, of course, but it does affect different people differently. So, let me explain what this test will be. I'll have you step into the booth over there, and you'll be exposed to a short series of pulses. Most people don't feel anything. That pulse will make you slowly shrink for the next few minutes. We don't know how small you'll end up. That's what we're trying to do with our volunteers. Everyone ends up at a different size. Most of our volunteers so far have shrunk to half or 1/4 of their normal height. We'll measure and weigh you a few different times while you're shrinking, just to get an idea of how fast the shrinking goes from each person. When you're done shrinking, you'll stay at that size for about an hour, and then you'll slowly grow back to your normal size. Here's the release form for you to sign in. Do you have any questions? No. Yes, your clothes will shrink with you. Everybody asks that. We really need to include that in the introductory material. Yes, I have gone through this myself. I was shrunk to just under 2 feet tall, and I was back to my regular size in about 45 minutes. The smallest? Well, I think the smallest that someone was ever shrunk to was about 12 inches, and a few people only shrunk a little bit. One thing we have noticed is that the smaller you shrink, the longer that you stay shrunk. So, let's get this over and get some initial measurements for reference. If you just stand up here by the wall, I'll get your starting height and weight. Let's see, right at 5 foot 10 inches. And now step on the scale. 165 pounds. Okay, come over to the resizing booth. You're not claustrophobic, are you? That's good. Now, just step inside and I'll get you all set up. Mind your head. Okay, I'm setting the pulse for 10 watts for a duration of 250 milliseconds. Are you ready? Initial pulse. And done. Did you feel anything? That's good. Just step outside of the booth here. I can see that you've lost a few inches already. Any aches or pains? Good. Some of our volunteers have experienced some pain in their arms or legs in the first minute or two. We call it reverse growing pains. Let's get some measurements to see how we're doing. Come on over to the wall here and stand up straight. 5 foot 7. And step on the scale, please. 145 pounds. Are you feeling good? Light and strong, huh? That's because your weight decreases much faster than your strength does. If you get down to half your original height, you'll feel twice as strong as you normally would, even though objectively your strength would be 1/4, because your actual weight would be 1/8. It's confusing, I know. Actually, if you stay on the scale for a minute, you can actually see your weight going down. Already it's down to 143, 142, 141. Can you feel yourself getting lighter? Yes, it is a pretty cool feeling. Okay, you can step down now. And see, you were much taller than me, but now you're just a little taller. I'm only 5 foot 2, probably 5 foot 5 in these heels, and we're just about the eye to eye now. And now you're a little shorter. Are you feeling okay with that? Yes, you're right. Getting small is the whole point of this. It's just that some people feel a little anxious at this point. When it starts to get real, I mean. Well, I'm glad you're feeling good. Let's go for a walk down the hall. Something that you'll notice when we walk is that your legs are going to get shorter, so you'll have to adjust your stride just a bit as you go. It'll feel like you're walking faster, and I suppose you'd have to do so to keep up. But also, gravity works a little faster, and it throws you off your walking rhythm, so do be careful not to fall. Moving around like this also makes you shrink rate a little faster. See, you're already about as tall as my shoulder, and you're doing a great job keeping your balance as you walk. Oh, I spoke too soon. Here, let me help you up. No problem, I got you. You're pretty light now. That's another thing. If you fall, you'll hit the ground a lot quicker, because you don't have as far to fall. So, it's hard to catch yourself. I'll walk a little more slowly. Would you like me to hold your hand just to keep you steady? Yes, I'd be glad to. I'm here with you, so I can help however you need me to. Let's go on back down to the hall and get your measurements again. Holding steady? Good. You're doing really well. It'll help if you don't think about each step, but just get a rhythm in your head. Yes, like that. Just hang on to my hand in case you stumble. Oh, oops. Oh, it's okay, I've got you. Back onto your feet. Just a little way to go. Here we are. Stand by the wall again. And you're now 35 inches tall. Let's see. 21 pounds. How are you feeling being smaller? Yes, I understand. The world can seem so big and scary from that perspective. But don't worry. I want you to know that I'm here for you. I'll stay with you through this whole process. Would you like to walk some more? Let me come around behind you and hold both of your hands. That will help you keep from falling. We can stay in this room if you'd like. Here, let's walk over to this desk in the corner. Just take your time. I'll be right behind you. Yes, it is getting really hard. The smaller you get, the harder it is to walk. That's going to be really frustrating. Would you like me to carry you the rest of the way? Oh, it's no problem. Here, up you go. You can put your arms around my neck if you'd like. I know, walking is just one of those things that we take for granted. And then, when suddenly you can't do it, it's frustrating. Add that to how big everything looks, and it could really throw you through a loop. I can feel you getting smaller in my arms. It's funny how sometimes goes in spurts like that. Here, I'll just sit you down on the table. Let's get your height. 17 inches. And we have a scale over here too. Let me just set it next to you and you can step up on it. 2 pounds and 2 ounces. Here, I'll just sit down on this chair and I'll lift you up and put my knees together. Then you can stand on them. That should let us see eye to eye. How is your balance? I'll hold a finger out on each side and you can hold on to them. How does that work for you? Good. Thank you. I just had my nails done a couple days ago. I like the colour too. How are you doing? I can see a little anxiousness in your eyes. Tell me how you're feeling. Yes, a little scared. I get that. What would make you feel better? Protected? Yes, absolutely. I'm here to protect you, and I won't let you out of my sight for a minute. You just hang on to my fingers there and... Oh, I see. My fingers are too big for you to get your little hands around now. Oh, and your footing. Here. I'll just put my hand around your waist and hold you up higher. You look like you're about 12 inches tall now, so you're probably as small as you're going to be. Yeah, let's get you measured again. We have some smaller measuring tools over here. Okay, I'll set you down on this table. Stand up straight now. 10 3/4 inches. Oh my, that's a new record. Now, I'll set you on a scale. Looks like about 8.5 ounces. Really, this is exciting. We've never had someone shrink this small before. And you're still shrinking. Oh, this is terrific. A breakthrough. Now we need to understand the factors that went into this. The pulse was 250 milliseconds and the... Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. I was getting all excited and nerding out, and you're getting more and more scared. We're in new territory here, and I can 100% understand why you're getting scared. I'll need to take some data, but my first priority is to make sure that you're alright. Take a deep breath. You're going to be okay. I promise. I need to get my notepad. I think I left it over by the booth. I'll be right back. No, wait. You should come with me. No one has ever shrunk this small before, so I promise I won't let you out of my sight. You're a little small now, maybe even 7 or 8 inches tall, so I'll just have to take you up in my hand, okay? There now, how is that? Oh, your arms. I'll set you down again. Now raise your arms up a bit and I'll get my hands underneath them. Feel better? Good. Now, where is that notepad? Not here. Not here either. Oh, I think I left it down the hall when we were walking, and I was holding on to your hand. Let's go see. It was just a little way down here. I can feel you getting smaller in my hand. Oh, goodness. Are you okay? Just keep your arms on top of my fingers, and you can hang on too. Do you feel safe? That's good. You're being very brave. I don't know how I would feel in your position, but you're doing amazingly. Here's the notebook, right where I left it. Let's go back to the lab. Yes, you're definitely smaller now. Are you okay in my hands? I'm not squeezing you too tightly, am I? Good. Okay, let's see where we're at. I'll just set you gently down on the table here, and I'll stand up the ruler next to you. Oh, just a hair under 5 inches. And can you go on top of the scales? Oh dear. Try again. Oh, I think you're too small to walk. The gravity is just too fast for you to react. I'll get you over there. Arms up. And there you go. Around an ounce. Let me switch over to grams. 27. All your height and weights have lined up with what we expected, even at this small size. So that's a good sign. Yes, I'm sure you will stop shrinking. All of our volunteers have stopped shrinking, and then grown back to their original size after a while. No one has stayed shrunken. Well, yes, no one has ever been reduced as small as you have been. That's a good point. But please trust me, you will get back to your original size. We're learning so much about size-changing technology. We'll get you back to normal. Everything we've seen that shows matter that is reduced always returns to its regular size. And in the meantime, I will be right here with you. I'll make sure that nothing happens to you. Do you trust me? Thank you. That means a lot to me. What would make you feel better right now? Yes, of course I can hold you in my hand again. Is that comforting for you? Okay, I've got you. How does that feel? That's good. I'll lift you up to my face now. Oh, too fast? Okay, I'll move more slowly. That's got to feel like a thrill ride at an amusement park. There you go. Nice and slow. Oh, thank you. I think you have nice eyes also. And I can see you're a little smaller. Just lie down in my hand and I'll measure you. There you go. 3¼ inches. And I don't feel you shrinking anymore. Maybe this is as small as you're going to get. I'll put my hand down and you can slide off onto the scales here. Now, let's see. Just 6 grams. Yes, I know it seems like it's almost nothing, but 6 grams is the right weight for your height. So please don't feel like you're nothing. You're an important person. Your volunteering to help with these experiments could lead to a scientific breakthrough. But even more than that, you're valuable just for being you. And that doesn't matter if you're 6 feet tall or 3 inches tall. Would you like me to take you to see my office? Okay, you're small enough that I could just pick you up in my fingers. Let me put 2 fingers behind you and my thumb in front. How does that feel? Am I squeezing too tight? Too loose? Okay, I can hold you a little tighter. You can also wrap your arms around my thumb. How is that? I don't want you to feel like you're going to slip out and fall, but I don't want to squeeze you too tight either. This is a great learning experience for me. Thank you for being a part of it. Now, up we go, slowly and into my other hand. My office is just down this way. What's that? Too windy? Oh, when I was walking, I see. That would feel like a hurricane for you, wouldn't it? I don't have any pockets today, or you could ride in there. How about this? I'll cup both my hands together and shield you from the wind. Let's try that. Better? Yes. Good. No, you're not being a nuisance. From your perspective, it's like being up a cliff 100 feet in the air, and having a strong wind would just make you feel more precarious. So, I want you to let me know when something doesn't feel safe for you. I want you to feel safe and secure at all times, and I want to learn how to take care of people who are as small as you right now. Here we are in my office. Let me just set you down on my desk. I want to show you something. Remember earlier when you said you felt light and strong? Well, how do you feel now? Almost weightless. That's a good way to put it. There are advantages to being so small. Right now, your strength ratio is 20 times what it is at your regular height, so let's test it out. Now, here's a pencil. It weighs a lot more than you do now, but I bet you could lift it. I know, it looks like a telephone pole, but give it a try. Yes, look at that. It's easy for you. Now, try lifting up my coffee cup. Oh, I bet you could do it. I'll put it right here, and you can get your arms around the bottom part of the handle. Yes, it's empty, but it still weighs many times what you do. Don't hurt yourself, but give it a try. Oh goodness, you did it. Oh, this proves what we have theorized about strength to weight ratios. Oh, you get proportionally stronger the smaller you get. Thank you so much for helping me test that out. You are a good sport, and just the kind of volunteer that we need. You've been really brave and cooperative, even being reduced to a size that no one has ever been before, and this might not be a good time to bring it up, but we would be glad to have you back for more tests in the future. Now, I want to get one more height measurement to be sure. Stand up here next to my ruler. Yes, still 3¼ inches, so your shrinking has definitely stopped. We'll just need to wait a while and then slowly you'll grow back to your normal size. And I'll stay here with you for as long as it takes. I have a nice window here next to my desk. Would you like me to put you on the windowsill? It's a nice wide space, so it shouldn't feel like you'd be in any danger of falling off. And I think that seeing outdoors would make you feel more normal-sized. The outdoors look so big whatever size you are. I'll just pick you up my fingers again, gently but firmly. How does that feel? Okay, going up a little bit and over to the window. Feel good? Yes, the view is nice here. Just relax and enjoy it. You've been through a lot today. If you want, you could take a nap while I do some work on my computer. I'll wake you up when you start growing again.